Hello, beautiful souls. Kathleen here. How's it going? Welcome to Rebuilding Trust with Your Body. I'm so excited to be here. And I wanted to share a tool, some tips with you, and talk about a few things to help you shift things. If you've been struggling in the new year or last year or any years around, your body, your connection with your body, your weight, shall we put it that way, you're in the right place and you're not alone. What happens is a lot of times, we become disconnected from ourselves, mind, body, soul. That's something I've experienced, something that I worked in. And just to tell you a little bit about my background, about 20 years ago, I was in healing arts school, right? And we were doing clinical hypnotherapy, and we had to do clinics and work with people. And we had these free clinics, and we had clinics for stress management, and I think there was smoking and whatever. But the one that was the most highly attended was the weight loss clinic. And so I got to learn a lot, experience a lot, understand how we become disconnected, mind, body, soul, not trusting our bodies. Our weight fluctuates. It seems like it's out of control sometimes. And I learned a lot about working with the mind in the most effective way and using metaphors. And that's where I also learned to incorporate my animal communication and animal wisdom into the weight loss stuff and getting into balance, mind, body, soul, because it's all connected. But, as empaths, we just get disconnected because we can spin around in our heads and not be connected with our heart. And we can also, obviously, with all of the empathy that we have, pick up on everybody else's stuff, other people's emotions. And I want to explain a little bit about how the mind works from my years. And I used to have hypnotherapy offices and everything. And, my background is the hypnotherapy, but also the energy healing part and life coaching and other, the other tools like the animal communication. But our most powerful part of our mind is the subconscious mind, which to me is the soul. It's like the biggest part of who we are. And, when we diet, for example, we're working with 13%. That's where we're spinning around in our head. And it's the analytical side. It's the calorie counting side. It's the, watch everything you eat side. And the deprivation backfires because our soul doesn't want to be, deprived, wants to be free and happy and enjoying life. But also along with that, our emotions are also at that soul or subconscious level. So we might be picking up on other people's emotions and, certainly we get disconnected from our own emotions sometimes and what's really going on. And I'm going to share a simple tool around that. But what happens is we grab certain foods and, we're chowing down on stuff that we're craving. And there's different reasons why we crave, by the way. But with empaths, we can go overboard. And again, no shame in that. It happens to the best of us. Been there, done that. Through my time with working with people, working with women, I should say, it was pretty much all women, through our clinics and diving deep into it. And then I wrote this called Lose the diet, transform your body by connecting with your soul, which is all about how we become disconnected, why diets don't work, and tools that do work to help us get into balance. So again, we become disconnected, and I've seen the desperation on women's faces in these clinics when they were trying to figure it all out, and they're all in here in their head. And I'm going to be talking about this also in tomorrow's article in the Animal Empath Journal. So make sure you subscribe to that as well. But anyway, getting back to it all, we become disconnected, which is why the subtitle is Transform Your Body by Connecting with Your Soul. So our emotions are at that subconscious or soul level. Hi, Jamie. Welcome in, by the way. And also our imagination is there. So that's the part that we can use. We can heal our emotions, which helps us get back into balance, our emotional stuff. And we'll do a tool on that in a minute. But then we can also use our imagination, because Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. He knew a thing or two about imagination. That's also at that soul level, that 87% of the mind where our power is. So it's our emotions, or it's our imagination, our habits. These are things that are at that deep subconscious level. So I'd like to take you through a simple tool you can use. Now, if you struggle with cravings, again, I get it. But there's something else that we're craving, right? It's not the brownies or the potato chips or crisps, as they say in England, or whatever. It's around something else that we're craving. Maybe there's a stress that's going on in our life. Maybe there's an emotion that's, eating away at us. Maybe we feel angry. And with clients, I can dive into the exact meaning behind it. But for now, let's try out an exercise. So is there something that you crave regularly, or at least right now? You can share that in the comments. In fact, if you do share it after this live, I will let you know the probable emotional meaning behind that craving. So if there's something like, lately I've been wanting brownies, I'm familiar with that whole thing. But anyway, so feel free to share in the comments. Again, no shame. We all have off and on cravings for things. But if you close your eyes and relax into it, now we're going to trust the body, right? This is about rebuilding trust with our body. So if you close your eyes and take a deep breath and you imagine that craving, let's visualize, because now we're going to use our imagination. Let's visualize what it is we're craving, whether it's the brownies or the cookies or something. And if you were to connect, let's say you were to plug in an electrical cord into that thing you're craving, the brownie, the cake, it could be a hamburger, and follow that cord out to where that craving leads to. You also can do it in your body. So if you feel something in your body, if it brings up an emotion somewhere, maybe you feel it in your stomach or your chest, you're feeling into that craving. You can also plug into your body to wherever that is, that craving, that feeling, and follow that out to where it plugs into at the other end. And what we're doing is we're reconnecting. We're connecting to the source of where the craving originates or who it originates from. If you plug into something, either yourself, your body, and follow that cord, I should say, out, you might find, it's a boss. You might find there's a spouse. You might find you're tired. Person, place, thing, whatever. I'm using my own imagination now, but that you might be plugged into. But you want to relax and get to the source of the craving. What's really causing that craving? And you can use this plugged in technique. I've used it as well for stress, pain, wherever you feel something in your body. You can plug in, follow the cord out, and see what it's plugged into. This is in your imagination with your eyes closed. And this is something you can practice and get used to, getting into your imagination or your intuition, because sometimes, we lose that connection. And it's why we need to reconnect again and trust our bodies, because our bodies are trying to tell us something. And maybe we haven't been listening. Maybe we think it's something else. Maybe, we're just eating the food quickly and not picking up on what our body's trying to tell us, because it's trying to tell us something. When we trust our body, we can feel into what that craving is. So if you can plug into either the feeling in your body when you have that craving or whatever it is you're craving, and follow the electrical cord out to the other end, if you can see what that is. For example, let's say the spouse is getting on your nerves, just as an example, or some other person in your love life. You can then imagine unplugging that cord from the other person, place, or thing, whatever that might be. Maybe it's a big ball of stress. Maybe it's a red ball of pain. But really play with this in your imagination, because that's your superpower to counteract these things. This is what we use in hypnotherapy. So you want to unplug from whatever it is, fill it in with healing golden white light, if it's the spouse or the boss, or maybe the dog's barking, or I don't know. You can fill it in with golden white light. And then you want to unplug from yourself, or maybe whatever it is you're craving, whatever is plugged into at this end. So you unplug, and fill it in with the healing golden white light. And you can then, once you've filled that in, you've unplugged both ends. You've unplugged from whatever it is that's causing the cravings, that may be causing stress, pain, anger, whatever. Unplug from yourself. Fill it all in with healing golden white light. And you can take a deep breath and feel so good. You can wrap up that cord. Imagine tossing it into the trash. Imagine tossing it in the universe, whatever works for you. It's going to get recycled somewhere, right? Just let it go. It feels so good to let go. And you can sit back and relax and enjoy letting go, releasing that craving. And by the way, a craving only lasts a few seconds. It might be like 15 seconds. I talk about it in my book, but anyway, it's not a real long time. So this is when we need to reconnect, go within, and heal that source using our superpower of our imagination at the soul level. And how do we get to the soul level? It's just going deep. It's taking some deep breaths. It's relaxing. Be in your sacred space, maybe a little place in your house or outside where you feel most relaxed. Make it a relaxing space, because that's step one to get to your imagination. And then there's tools we can play with that communicates with the most powerful part of our mind to heal things, to let go of things, and to feel so much better. But understand that the answers aren't out there, right? When we're searching out there, we're searching for the, miraculous diet of the month. If diets worked, we wouldn't need 1,000, 10,000, whatever books on it, because there's always something new. But it's using that 13% of our mind, and it's not going to cut it over time. This is how you create lasting results. So you want to reconnect and reconnect with, I should say, and trust your body again. And again, use tools. I've posted a link here about Wise Body, Wild Soul. Say that 3 times, Wise Body, Wild Soul, which is my new program that's been years in the making. That's about trusting our bodies again. It's about reconnecting with our body's wisdom. It's about awakening that intuitive power, because our imagination is part of our intuition. It's part of animal communication when we use our intuition. So when we connect to that intuition, we reconnect with our body and our imagination, and we heal. So we heal the stress, or we're healing, the anger, or we're healing the frustration, or whatever. And, I saw a good friend over the weekend that I hadn't seen in years, and she said, "Wow, you look better than you did then." Well, I was going through a stressful divorce at the time, and there was a period where I did put on a few pounds because of the stress and craving whatever it is that, was soothing it at the time. But when we do our healing and we go within and we reconnect with ourselves and we use the power that we have within ourselves, that's how we really get unstuck and on track in our body, in our mind, in our heart and soul. So anyway, just a friendly reminder, if you catch this on the either live or on the replay, if you want to share a craving, I'm happy to respond in the comments with the probable meaning and an antidote. So this is like, an affirmation you can say to help counteract whatever that craving might be. So that's a little home play assignment for those who are watching this. So I would like to continue and finish also with a little bit of relaxation about really reconnecting with yourself again. And guided meditations are something that I use a lot with clients, and also in Wise Body, Wild Soul. This is a program that you get lifetime access to, by the way, so you can go back through the visualizations and meditations again and again. I also have a VIP version where you can get 3 one-to-one sessions plus lifetime access to the program. But let's get back and do a little meditating, because this is something, and again, it's guided, but it's something to get in the habit of, to reconnect with your body, trust it again, love yourself by going deep in healing. So let's close our eyes, take in some nice deep breaths, and hopefully it's evening where you are, so you can relax and kick back, breathing in positive, loving energy, and breathing out any tension and any stress. And as you continue to breathe and relax, any sounds you may hear inside or outside of the room will simply allow you to relax even more as you go deeper and deeper down. And I'd like you to imagine, and just pretend if you need to, that you're in a beautiful place. It might be a tropical place, somewhere near water, but also you're kind of standing there on the hill and looking down below. There's a beautiful swimming pool, turquoise blue, crystal clear, refreshing, perfect temperature, just the way you like it. And it's so inviting. And going to that pool are some stairs, but first there's a gate at the top of the stairs. So I'd like you to imagine, and just pretend if you need to, that you're walking over and you're opening this gate. Open the gate and let's begin to climb down. There's 10 steps going down. They might be stone steps. And before you take the first step, but just visualize what they look like. Are they stone? Are they concrete? Are they metal? They're going down to where this beautiful crystal turquoise pool is. And let's take the first step, and we're going to go gradually from one step to the next as I count down from 10 to 1. 10, taking the first step down. 9, going even deeper down towards that beautiful pool. 8, another step closer. 7, going further down and becoming more relaxed. 6, going deeper and deeper down. 5, even closer, one more step. 4, taking another step down, closer to that beautiful pool. 3, closer still, going down. Number 2, and we're getting closer yet. And finally, number 1, you've stepped down. And maybe you're finding yourself either on some soft, plush grass, or maybe there's some sand under your feet, and you're walking towards that refreshing, beautiful pool. And as I said, the temperature is perfect, just the way you like it. And whether you take off your sandals or whatever, let's go and slowly enter the pool, because there's some steps into the pool. And you can ease your way in, feeling calm, relaxed, and at peace, and allowing that crystal turquoise water to wash over you. And you're swimming around in that pool. And for those of you who don't swim, perhaps it's shallow enough to just walk around the pool. And the pool could have stone. I used to have a Pebble Tech pool that had like stones in it. Or whatever you envision it to be is perfectly fine. But you can swim around or walk around and enjoy that beautiful water and its perfect temperature. And what it's doing is it's washing away the stress that you've been holding on to in your body. Any stress from the career, the job, the kids, the spouse, anything in your world that's been creating stress. That beautiful water is washing it away as you go around that pool. Maybe you're floating a little as well, looking up at that beautiful sky, taking in some deep breaths and really enjoying the views. There might be some beautiful trees around, some flowers, all the colors that you love. But you're reconnecting and rebuilding trust by feeling this water on your body and enjoying washing away the stress, feeling so calm, so at peace. Just relaxing for a few moments. And any of that stress, it's just going down through the filter system in that pool. It's being filtered away, recycled, never coming back again as you become free, relaxed, and at peace, letting go of that stress. So that later on this evening or whatever it is, you can also be laying there in bed, imagining, floating, relaxing, feeling that water caressing your body, washing away the stress as you float off into dreamland. And I want you just to enjoy this water a little while longer, and the sights, the sounds, maybe there's birds around, breathing in that fresh, clear air, really taking it deep into your lungs and letting go. It feels so good to just let go and reconnect with yourself for change. Feeling safe in your body, feeling at peace, loving yourself, your heart and soul. Because you, beautiful soul, deserve to relax, to feel at peace, to feel that balance again. And we're going to take a couple more minutes to relax there and enjoy this space. And you could always re-listen to this. And feeling calm, at peace, reconnecting, letting it go to any other stress you may be feeling in any other parts of your body, whether it's your head, your neck, your back, stomach, chest, anywhere. It's time to let go and relax. In a few moments, I'll be counting from 1 up to 5, because those steps in the pool, there's 5 steps that are going to bring you out and bring you back. So let's begin imagining taking 1 step at a time. 1, stepping out as feeling returns to your arms and legs. 2, another step. All energies in perfect balance, etheric body closed. Step 3, eyes feeling as though they've been bathed in cool, clear water, able to see all the things you need to see. Number 4, feeling more confident, more in control. Things that used to bother you have been released, removed, and resolved. And 5, stepping out into the pool, out of the pool, feeling refreshed and renewed as the sun dries you off quickly. And you can either drift off to slumberland or come back and feel refreshed, feel renewed, feel reconnected, trusting your body and loving your body again. Because at the core of all of this, and pretty much everything I teach, is that self-love component. It's how we understand who we are. It's how we reconnect with ourselves. It's how we heal the past, and get into the present and live life on purpose and in balance. So I hope you've enjoyed our approximately 30 minutes or so together, rebuilding that trust in your body. And I'd love for you to check out this link to Wise Body, Wild Soul. It's going to be fabulous, because there's going to be more relaxing guided meditations pinpointed to releasing excess weight, letting go of cravings, loving yourself, getting mind, body, soul into balance. It's all connected. And joining this sacred journey. I'd love to have you. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment and I'll do my best to answer. But it's been an honor having you here, watching this video, checking it out, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So anyway, have a good night if it's nighttime wherever you are. I know it is here. And have a good day. Tomorrow, it's almost the weekend. I want to send you a big virtual hug and love to you. You deserve it. We're here. We're going through it. We go through life. It's rocky at times, and know that there's support here for you in the Animal Angel Connection group. And also, you're welcome to check out the videos on my Mustang Mindset Messages YouTube channel. There's stuff I post there too, especially when it gets deleted on Facebook, because they only keep the lives for so long. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I really appreciate you. And do check out Wise Body Wild Soul. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again, everyone. Bye for now.